Good morning, buddy. How we doing?
Good. I feel like I've been away for what seems to be weeks.
What
Uh,
was it What was it in reality? Like you missed a day or two?
Probably, yeah. Last week, first week back, definitely felt like I was kind of working through like the first week fog of getting back into the schedule after 2 weeks of just totally abandoning any type of regimen that I had.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so feeling good. Back's decent. Went to the chiropractor, so I'm doing like old man stretches with the wall, zero
Nice.
weights, that kind of stuff. And just getting my mornings back on the dom wagon.
Awesome. Good to hear. Good to hear.
Morning MP. I enjoyed you guys
Morning,
talking.
MP.
You guys had a great session on Saturday.
Yeah, yeah, that was a good one. I like talking to him.
Yeah,
Always happy to have him come up. And I know it's the Fridays and Saturdays are best for him because he's off. Good morning, Dylan.
yeah.
So
I'm really interested.
anytime you need a break, we can call in him off the benches.
I'm actually really interested to hear MP's transition from teaching into manufacturing, uh, or just generally out of teaching. Not that I'm thinking of transferring out, but there's always like a week out of the year where I'm like, I think I need a new job. It's only 1 week though. It's just 1 week because about 95% of the time I really enjoy it. So like it's just like all these things that I do, what else do they apply to? Probably a lot, but I'm
Yeah.
happy with what I'm doing.
Look at him. He's transitioning now. I Where did you hear MP was a teacher? I've never heard that. Were you a teacher, MP?
Am I thinking of somebody? Maybe I'm getting. I
I
think I
feel
might be
like you're
getting
thinking
something.
of someone else, and I've been meaning to double check and circle back and fact check you, or I've just been waiting for MP to clarify when you call him out on stuff. Technically going from manufacturing to hopefully in 5 years opening a gym and a coffee shop, doing the things doing the things you love. Yeah,
No, it's
Dr.
not
Feelgood
Dr.
was a
Feelgood.
teacher.
Who?
I think there was someone else. You were referencing someone last week, um, and you
I
kept
have.
saying MP.
It's not Jolly. Oh man. Now I'm both embarrassed as well
It's
as.
partially my fault because I knew better, but I never corrected you.
Uh,
I like honestly, like I don't know. I don't, you know, I don't pretend to know everybody as deep as I should, or so like I was like, oh, maybe he was. I don't know.
no, it was somebody. Oh no, my
There's
life is
someone
a
out there
lie.
who has not gotten their flowers. We need to correct
Oh man.
this.
Oh well. Well, hey, gym and a coffee shop. That's like the two best things. So
That's what I was just saying. It's the two. It seems like two of the highlights in MP's life right now is the gym and coffee. I mean, other than his wife, his kids. Um, yeah. So I don't think you can necessarily make a business around your wife and kids, but bring them in there.
if you can, even better.
Mm-hmm,
All right,
mm-hmm,
I'm
mm-hmm.
not going to jump online and try to solve this conundrum
Yeah.
here. I'm going to
How was your
focus.
weekend, man?
My attention is straight and narrow here. The new weekend was good. Um, just rough wake
Good
ups
morning, David.
most of the week. It's like I can't do a whole lot yet. So it's like stretching, walks,
Yeah.
walkish runs. Saturday was good. Went to the gym. Just being there was felt okay. Well, it felt
Hmm.
great. It felt really good to be somewhere else. Um, had Kira's first indoor soccer game. That was good.
Oh,
Both
Nice.
me and Kristen are now on the coaching staff. So if you've ever played indoor soccer, it's
Ooh.
basically like in a soccer or in a hockey rink. So it's like these girls haven't played for about 3 months, and this is the first time playing. And in indoor, like there's no warm up. It's like the games are right after the other. So it's sort of like, hey, welcome back. Put your stuff down. Game starting in 3 minutes, and
Yeah. Get to work.
it went really well. They did great. Um, Definitely remembered my first indoor soccer game. So yeah, that day went great. Sunday, Kristen had a
Morning, Bukes.
she had to fly to New York for a cocktail business dinner.
Okay. All
Um,
right.
there's some ruffled feathers in some one of the companies she's working with. So I think this was one of those events to kind of smooth things over. Probably could have been taken care of with an email, but how about just a flight to New York City? So she'll be back later
That's awesome.
today. How about you?
And hilarious. Question, because I don't know, is indoor soccer because it's so cold out there, or is it just a different league that you guys wanted to try and have her experience like the different type of game? What's the, or is it all the reasons?
All the reasons. It's
Okay.
cold outside. Indoor is like a great. It's almost like Dom taking your experience building full size houses and then having to go build a mini house in a week.
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
guess it's like 20-minute halves, subs on the fly. It's like a hockey game, but soccer.
Yeah.
And if you haven't ran in a few months, like me and Kristen both played as adults, if you eat, doesn't matter how fit you think you are, after 10 minutes of indoor soccer, you're seeing stars and it feels like you put your mouth on a fire extinguisher.
It's a lot more fast paced.
Yeah, super quick.
Yeah.
Um,
Um,
so yeah,
well, that's cool.
good new step.
Nice. I can't wait to hear more about MP's gym and coffee shop. That sounds awesome.
And the bike
Had a
shop.
meeting with I think David added bike shop.
Yeah, well, I think that's part of the plan now. I think that's that's a great combination.
You gotta stand out somehow, MP. So you might as well just add a bike shop next to it too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, playing
Um,
off the walls. You get to play off the walls, which
yeah.
is cool.
I'm guessing that's what makes it a little bit more fast paced, is there's a little bit less of the downtime of out of bounds, and I think if I'm not mistaken, like that's obviously going to be a turf situation, so the ball's going to roll better on turf than it is on natural grass. Not that outdoor soccer isn't played on turf fields these days too, but yeah. My weekend was decent. Basically, I did a, was it Friday show? I think it was Friday show or Saturday show or something like that. And right, like 2 minutes before the show, I noticed a leak in my water heater line. No one is going to talk about how you guys are backwards. Yeah, how did that happen? There you go, Savvy.
I'm also backwards. My display isn't mirrored, so it is flipped.
No, I think she just meant that our screen, like I'm normally on the left of of the the thing. I think that's normally because I jump in first, but you were in first today.
Yeah, new year, new way.
I have no idea. Does that really throw you off? I can go back and
Well,
forth.
I'm looking slightly to the left, so and you're looking slightly to the right. So maybe that does matter.
Oh, phew, yeah, that was what she was talking about.
Yeah.
It's just a quick swipe, and we can go back and forth the whole time. Good morning, Ryan. How you doing, buddy? It is Monday, guys. It is Monday. We want to start fresh by confusing Savvy. We had to make sure that she was paying attention today, that she was showing up, and that she was paying attention. Surprised you're the first. I didn't even notice, honestly. Like it didn't. It didn't. That's funny. Um, yeah, so water heater leak really like threw me for a loop. Like, and the guy came to fix it. Took him quite a bit of time. Every time he would say he was done and turn the water back on, it would leak. It would drip from somewhere, and that part just kind of like bothers me. Like the walking back and like, oh man, I gotta go check. Okay, let's turn the water on. Then there's a drip, so now we gotta drain the house again. Like it just the back and forth of that day kind of exhausted me. And then yesterday we all went up to my in-laws' new place that they're renting. We went and checked that place out and helped them unload a couple of cars full of stuff. And that was cool. It was a really nice place for them. Cool location. They're gonna get snow, so that would be fun for us to just kind of like it's a quick little drive from our house, drive up there with the kids and get them to play in snow. um, the kids were all very helpful, moving and unloading and stuff like that. And and then some attitudes and and emotions happen, and I had to pull Brooklyn out of the situation, and I took her home. But other than that, it was a pretty good, relaxing weekend. I got a little bit of work done over the weekend, which felt good. I'm a little less behind than I would have been had I not worked. So, but yeah, all good.
Nice. Um, Same. I did try to not work yesterday and be with the kids. But these first 2 weeks, just want to get it so I don't have to think about it when I get home.
Yeah.
Um, it was also kind of referencing today's reading.
Oh, hold on one
The
second.
Down
Sorry,
to the reading.
love it.
Down to
Great.
the reading.
Got to make that your ring.
I'm gonna need the back end guy to edit that a little bit. I need it slightly
Down to the
louder,
reading.
and I definitely need the last part of reading. So
And angrier. Make it angrier as well.
it was actually I wouldn't be upset if it also popped up a video of her because she was very intense when,
Could
when she
probably
did it.
get an little animated clipping here as well. That would be
Yeah.
great. Ryan, how about it?
Uh,
You got all this time before your 4 p.m. show. Let's get those assets in.
Oh man, do the ring sound. Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Low octave.
If you
Make a
don't know,
song
that
out
was
of it.
Ryan's daughter Dee Dee yelling at me to do the reading. Um, it was super cute, super aggressive, super funny.
Yeah. Well, that is Dee Dee in a nutshell.
There we go.
Yeah. So yeah, with
Like her
Kristen being
father.
away, little dive, little dipping our toes in today's page of kids seeing they learn from your examples, not really from the speeches and talks that you give them. Um,
Hmm.
so yesterday with Kristen gone, I got to, I do enjoy when it's just me and I either, continue whatever habits we have in the house or like they get little tastes of like the dad changes. Um, like, I mean, me and Kristen's intentions are always the same. But like specifically on a Sunday or a weekend, it's like that's her time to sleep in a bit. So I really made it a point to get the girls out early. Got like 2 hours out while it was nice and brisk, which was really good. Like that was enough to fill my cup for the day. And then like I want to know I want them to know like what my intentions are for the day. So it's like I'll say, hey, I'm going to do this for like the next hour, and then we'll do this later, and we'll eat around this time. Those are things that we do, but there is a little bit of satisfaction in kind of handling that on my own. And kind of, they just get to see how dad conducts the day. When there's things that I need to do or want to do, but I also want to be present with them as well. And that might look like, I'll most of my work is down in the basement. So I'll tell them, I'll be down in the basement. Sometimes they'll come down and see what I'm doing. And then I was also really cognizant of like including them in what I'm doing. I got a wall prepped. I'm going to do a mural in my house.
Okay.
I'm doing some Procreate work. So I had them help me prep the wall. Got them working with dinner. Just trying to include them as much as possible in the day-to-day. So that just kind of becomes the habit, with or without me saying it. And that's kind of the point of today is, you can give all the perfect speeches you want, all the carefully worded advice, but they're really going to follow what you do.
Yeah.
Or sorry, I didn't emphasize. They're going to follow what you do, not what you say. That's what I meant to say. whether you intend to or not. So question for the chat is, what are the things that you notice the kids do that you haven't talked about or vocalized? Or maybe what
have I noticed them do that so basically, what are they mirroring that I'm doing more than I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah. A lot of it is the way that I speak. And that's the more negative. That's what I'm noticing. The way that we all kind of treat each other is unfortunately the way that I treat everyone. So that's one of the things that I'm trying to fix, and it's very hard. It's becoming very difficult for me in moments of like what happened yesterday between Brooklyn and Bentley. When we were driving home, I was trying to have a talk with her, but she's a lot more emotional than I am. So she was very much not able to hear it or listen or contribute back. But it was definitely a situation where I noticed like the way that I interact and react with people. My kids are really starting to sponge that and see that, and they're treating each other that way too. So it was unfortunate. And that's why I took her out of the situation, because it was like, I know where I would be in this situation. Like I would struggle to recover and have a good time. And I just didn't want to be a cloud on such a good time, or her to be a cloud on such a good time. It seemed like once we left, everybody had a really good time, and it's unfortunate that we missed out on that. But rather than being there in a negative space, bringing everyone else down, I felt that in that moment, that was the better decision. And she asked for it. She was like, I want to leave. So, I was trying to help her recover out of the space she was in. Yeah, that's kind of how I took yesterday, and what I take from it with the reading today. Speaking kinder about myself. I noticed Ella starting to speak negatively about herself, and it was things I would say. Yeah, yep, good one. I like that. Yeah. So for me, it's not so much negative talk about myself. It's definitely negative speak on others. So I do still tend to, play around, joke around, bust people's chops a little more than I should, and I'm very much noticing that as pretty prevalent in my kids, especially my girls.
Yeah. So I noticed, maybe wondering, I don't have a fix. You seem to go towards the critical self-assessment. Is that what sticks with you most? Is like the negative things. I don't want to say
Um,
negative.
when it comes towards like the things that I see myself in my kids for right now, yeah, that's where my mind was going. It's just more of the more obvious thing, like we say, like the negative almost burns brighter in our minds, like when we're thinking about certain things or certain interactions with people. Um, so when I and again, fresh off an incident with between Brooklyn and Bentley yesterday, so that's just been on my mind. I mean, it's still on my mind because I don't feel like it's completely resolved.
Hmm.
I took her out of the space. We came home. She basically went to her room. I went into my laundry and packing up for the week and like getting myself all prepared. And then, when the rest of the family came home, they were buzzing off of, having a good lunch and going around the downtown of the new city. So they were very chatty, Kathy, and talking about the good time that they had. And then it was bedtime. So today I'll be home early, and um, oh, actually, Brooklyn won't even be there. So Amy's taking the girls to another concert, so it'll just be me and Bentley. So maybe I'll spend some time trying to chat with Bentley about the situation. But for Bentley, I think it's more of it's out of his it's really out of his understanding because he didn't actually do anything wrong. It's just Brooklyn. She just has a huge chip on her shoulder, like from the existence of Bentley almost. It's kind of like that classic older sibling, younger sibling kind of situation where the younger sibling's taking attention or, just feels like he's taking something. So I don't think it's not necessarily his issue. Like he's just trying to live and exist and have fun, and she's just taking offense to it.
I got you. Yeah, the point you brought up about like the negative sometimes bubbles to the top. I totally agree. I think we've talked
Yep.
about journaling before. We've both gotten better at it. You've been doing it for a while. I find that it's a lot easier to acknowledge the better things when I'm writing them down, especially on the days where it just kind of seems like I'm just kind of soaked in like the small fails.
Yeah.
Like actually giving yourself a list of like the smallest little victory really helps. Um, we got over the weekend, we did a little bit of Kristen's idea was to make some vision boards, some 2026 vintage vision boards. And I didn't really focus on, it's like, you know, a lot of times vision boards that have to do with like, career and jobs and health and eating well. And I found myself kind of watching like the things that my girls were cutting out. And I wasn't really being critical, but without saying anything, I found myself playing like devil's advocate. Like my oldest was putting out, she was putting on something about like a healthy diet, and in my head, I had to kind of catch myself. Was like, it's not healthy diet, just health, just health. You don't have to diet. You're 12, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so that was a good little experience in focusing on the positive, which sometimes is hard to do. I don't know, Ryan. You're the health expert in the family. I would assume that I'd be channeling you by saying it doesn't have to be a diet. Just focus on being healthy.
Yeah. Just be like call your uncle.
Yeah. Yeah, you have an expert. Um, nor do you have to be perfect though. I think that's something I also kind of picked up from this is like no day is perfect. There's days when I'm better, but a lot of it is more about It's trying to be aware of like what I'm doing when maybe my kids, or maybe I'm imagining my kids not watching, or when I'm alone,
Yeah.
you know, or even my students. It's always like it's a good teacher connection as well. Uh,
Mm.
like what do the kids notice me doing when they're working? Good thoughts
Yeah,
today.
I don't know what it is. Like, so, like David mentioned up here, like the marketing, say something negative, they'll tell 10 people. Say something positive, they'll tell one person. But also part of me feels like that's even pertaining to actions, right? Like, so all the most of the negative actions that I take, I see my kids doing. And then most of the positive actions that I take, I don't really see them doing. So it's almost like they even mirror the negative stuff more than they mirror the positive stuff. So I'm like thinking about um, like I said, my snarky way of speaking to people, my uh my addiction, or my little bit of laziness where I will sit there and binge watch TV shows or play video games for a couple of hours. The messy way my wife um handles her clothing all over the floor, leaving stuff around the house, like that general stuff. But then, like, we're also very responsible people. Like, we do tidy up, we do clean, we do chores. Like, I am, very routine in the way that I wake up and the way that I um, take care of myself and my wife as well. And for some for some reason, if I were to go, like, if I were to separate those two into positive and negative, well, I feel like my kids definitely mirror all the negative traits and only some of only some of the positive ones. Um,
Yeah, I
I,
think
I might just not be thinking enough into it. I'm sure there's more that I'm missing.
um, yeah, I think you could probably give yourself a little more credit. It's like, if we use weeds as an analogy, it's like those bad habits are more like weeds. They grow fast. They can infect. They can
Mm,
grow into the garden, and you just got to
yes.
prune it once in a while with the good vibes shears, and those good habits, more like flowers.
My
You
garden
gotta,
is so full of weeds right now, dude. The analogy is hitting me way too hard because it's been on my list of things to do for a while now.
yeah,
But the last 2 weekends were like rain, and then this weekend we just had just 40, 50 mile per hour wind gusts. Like, it was intense. We broke an umbrella. Our backyard is just chaos right now. The pool's covered in crap. Um, yeah, it's chaos. Our trash cans were wanting to be in the neighbor's yard.
yeah. Just like dirty clothes. Dirty clothes happen so fast, and doing the laundry takes longer. How many
Mm.
minutes we got? I got metaphors out. I got so many metaphors we can use for this. I do have a hard stop at 7 because I got to get my kids up.
Is it 7 right now?
It is already 7 already.
I was like, wait, I was almost gonna pull out my Mountain Time translator or ask Ryan more about it. Yeah, I'm
Ryan
good.
doesn't have a mountain translator. He just anytime he talks about mountain time, he always references fairies. It's
La
like
la la
no,
la 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 la.
like we have mountain lions, we have coyotes, we got cougars. How
Down
about
to
some of those
the
things?
weeding.
Oh man, freaking Didi. What's this one? Yeah, it was just Ryan
That's
recorded himself screaming.
Ryan cooking dinner, I think.
Yeah,
That's what that
that's
is.
That's Blaze in the closet yelling after his kids broke his TV.
Yeah. All right. I gotta go. Good to see you again, Tom.
Bye,
Um,
Jason. Thank you
I,
everybody for hanging with us.
yeah, I am planning on being on tomorrow. See everybody on the internets. Come visit. Come say hi.
100%.
Let us know who you are.
Talk to you guys all later.
See you.
Bye, buddy.